beauty, rich history, and vibrant community, Chino Hills offers the perfect blend of nature and modern living. A city which would become the perfect home for an incredible story of faith, love, and community. The story of BAPS Mandir, Los Angeles.
In the summer of 96, His Holiness Pramukh Sahib Maharaj was here during one of his visits in Los Angeles. And I remember at that time, he had shared this really unique vision, this dream to build a traditional stone Hindu mandir right here in Southern California.
You can find many beautiful stone mandirs all throughout India, but it's really rare that something so ancient and traditional would be found here in America. So naturally, this all seemed completely impossible.
Building a mandir in Los Angeles would not be for the faint of heart. It would require unflinching faith in a decades-long process. It began with identifying over 200 parcels of land throughout Southern California over a period of 4 years.
I remember in 2000 we had taken Pramukh Swami Maharaj to this beautiful 21-acre parcel of land in a small city called Chino Hills. It was a very new city built on farmland. But this site was just so different. Right away, I remember he immediately stepped out of the car to survey the land. He even asked for some flower petals so that he could start to sanctify the land. And at the end of that trip, all I can remember is that he looked over and said one thing: this is where God wants to sit.
With these words, the story of the BAPS Mandir in Chino Hills had its introduction.
Building a traditional mandir is a very complex and intricate process. The mandir itself is comprised of over 35,000 pieces of individual stones.
Every piece of stone is mined from different quarries around the world. For this mandir in particular, the white Carrara marble that's used on the inside, that comes from Italy. And the pink sandstone that's used on the exterior facade of the mandir, that comes from Rajasthan in western India. Every piece of stone, once it's quarried, is transported by sea to a small workshop in India, where skilled artisans, they will hand carve every inch of the stone with different symbols, figures, different shapes, motifs. Once every piece is hand carved, it's labeled, it's packed, and then shipped by sea on a long journey all the way here to America. Once it's here, every piece of stone is then unpacked, laid out, and the entire mandir is literally put together like a big 3D jigsaw puzzle.
Everything is based on ancient scriptures. The Vastu Shastras, the Shilpa Shastras, these ancient scriptures guide the design, geometry, the structure, and the layout of every element.
Every inch of the temple reflects thousands of years of heritage, wisdom, and spirituality.
The Shilpa Shastras in particular, they have one thing mentioned, that when building a traditional stone mandir, you should only use natural metals that are found on earth. This could be copper, brass, any man-made materials, which the biggest one we can think of here is steel, shouldn't be used in something like a traditional mandir.
This was a huge problem. As we all know, California is known for its earthquakes. Any sort of building or home constructed here is always reinforced with some sort of structural steel for stability. So the question is, how do you create a traditional and authentic temple without any structural protection for earthquakes?
Combining ancient traditions with modern technology, the BAPS Mandir in Chino Hills became the world's first earthquake-proof Hindu temple by utilizing base isolator technology to ensure its safety and longevity.
There are a total of 40 isolators that were installed in this mandir, which support the upper sanctum. In the event of a large earthquake, the entire mandir can shift in any direction up till 27 inches without causing any damage to the upper stonework.
This is truly the perfect example of how you can take those ancient traditions, you can preserve them, but also combine them with modern technology, modern engineering, and create really something authentic and remarkable.
At the heart of this story is also an extraordinary tale of dedication and volunteerism. From meticulous planning to logistical support, volunteers from all walks of life devoted their time, skills, and energy to bring this vision to life.
One of the core values of mandirs is known as seva, or what we call selfless service. Throughout this entire process, hundreds of devotees, hundreds of volunteers were involved in every facet of construction and development. The mandir, when you look at it today, it's a beautiful architectural marvel. But really, at its core, is this incredible story of a true labor of love.
After 5 years of construction, the mandir was inaugurated on December 23rd, 2012.
And we performed that final Murti Pratishta. It's when the sacred images of God are finally installed into the main shrines and the mandir is formally open. And it was such a memorable and joyous event for everybody. After all of these years, the mandir was finally open.
Mandirs are said to last for 1,000 years, serving as a hub for community service, educational programs, and cultural events. The mandir welcomes people of all backgrounds, fostering unity, understanding, and a shared sense of purpose. Driven by the inspiration of the current spiritual leader, His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj, the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha continues to foster unity and well-being through mandirs across the globe. By promoting values of peace, compassion, and selfless service, they stand as timeless landmarks of faith, community, and service, inspiring individuals for generations to come.
Murtis are central to worship in mandirs. A murti is a sacred image or representation of a deity. It is not merely a statue or idol, but is believed to manifest the presence of God, serving as a focal point for worship and connection. Through the murtis, worshippers express their love, respect, and gratitude toward God. Mandirs also serve as centers for collective worship and community life. Mandirs provide a space for devotees to meditate, pray, and participate in rituals with family, friends, and the larger community. Festivals or utsavs are vibrant aspects of the mandir. Events such as Diwali, the festival of lights, and Holi, the festival of colors, unite people regardless of background, inspiring participation and reinforcing a sense of community. These celebrations pass traditions to younger generations, deepening their understanding of Hindu culture and spiritual values. Beyond rituals and festivals, mandirs provide spiritual guidance. In assembly halls, devotees listen to inspiring discourses and learn lessons from scriptures. These teachings motivate individuals to lead virtuous lives, face challenges with courage and grow spiritually. Weekly assemblies tailored to children, teenagers, and adults ensure that all age groups understand and benefit from the wisdom shared in the mandir. By fostering devotion, unity, culture, and better living, mandirs help devotees connect with God and strengthen their faith.
While mandir styles vary across India, they share common themes and symbols that carry deep spiritual meaning. Every part of a mandir is carefully designed to guide worshippers on a journey of devotion, reflection, and connection with the divine. The walls, pillars, bases, and other parts of the mandir are richly decorated with carvings of flora, fauna, devotees, and depictions of God in their many forms. Symbolic motifs such as lotuses represent purity and spiritual awakening. Peacocks symbolize beauty and divine grace. Elephants stand for strength and protection, while swans represent wisdom. At the center of every mandir is the Garbhagriha, or inner sanctum. This is the most sacred part of the temple, where the deity to whom the temple is dedicated is enshrined. Worshippers approach these sacred spaces as a journey inward, leaving the outer world behind to focus on the divine. Through these shared symbols, mandirs transcend architecture, becoming living expressions of faith that connect worshippers to the divine. Thousands of years ago, the earliest forms of Hindu architecture centered on yagnas, or non-violent sacrificial rituals performed in open-air altars. These temporary altars were constructed near natural landmarks such as trees, rivers, or rocks, and usually dismantled after use. By around 2000 BCE, people were creating murtis, or sacred images, as physical representations of the divine. These early murtis were housed in small shrines made from materials like mud, wood, and brick, allowing communities to gather for worship. While many shrines were temporarily used for specific ceremonies, others were built permanently to safeguard the murtis and other sacred objects. By around 200 BCE, rock-cut architecture emerged and flourished for over 1,000 years. These mandirs were carved into natural formations such as caves and cliff faces, transforming natural landscapes into sacred spaces for worship. From around 300 CE, mandirs began to be constructed as standalone structures made of durable materials such as stone. These stone-built mandirs, some of which still survive today, marked a major advancement in architectural design. Over time, they became increasingly intricate, showcasing the creativity and craftsmanship of artisans, while continuing to serve as spaces for devotion and community worship. Over time, standards for designing and constructing mandirs were codified in texts known as the Shilpa Shastras, which detail the architecture, art, and sculpture. These texts ensure a consistent quality in temple design while allowing flexibility, resulting in a rich diversity of mandirs and styles. Over the centuries, mandir architecture has continued to evolve, all while preserving the devotion and spirituality of its earliest forms.
space where I can develop and strengthen my spiritual connection. Within its peaceful atmosphere, I can reflect, pray, and seek guidance. By connecting with the sacred images of God, I feel a sense of stability amongst the challenges of life. It is here that my spirituality grows, guiding me toward a life of purpose and peace. Above all, the mandir serves as a reminder that spirituality is not confined to a specific time or place. It's a way of life. It inspires me to carry the values I learned within its walls into the world, keeping my connection with God alive in every moment.
Mandir has given me the opportunity to give back to my community through volunteerism and service. Whether it's participating in charity drives, helping with community events, or doing seva on the campus, I have experienced how small acts can bring joy to others. Today, the spirit of selfless service that the Mandir has nurtured in me extends beyond its walls, whether it's helping a friend in my local community or even supporting a stranger. I strive to act with the same sincerity and selflessness I have learned here at the Mandir.
The Mandir has always been a guiding light for me throughout my life. But as a mother and grandmother, I believe its true value lies in the legacy it creates for future generations. As someone who has experienced the profound impact of the Mandir, I see as a priceless gift we are passing on to our children and grandchildren. From the time I was young, the Mandir has been a place where I learned about my culture and traditions. I feel proud that for years to come, the Mandir will also be here for my grandchildren to imbibe those same values and stay connected to their roots.
The Mandir has been a transformative place for me, especially as a young individual navigating life's every turn. It's not just a spiritual center, but a space that actively invests in the growth and development of youth. It has empowered me to become more confident, compassionate, and purpose-driven. One of the most impactful aspects of the Mandir has been its youth initiatives. From leadership workshops to cultural events, the Mandir has provided me with a platform to explore my strengths, learn new skills, develop my character, and contribute meaningfully to the community.
The Mandir is where I find the perfect space to nurture and practice my personal devotion. It offers me a sacred environment to connect with the divine through prayer, meditation, and reflection. Through devotional practices such as Aarti, Darshan, Abhishek, listening to discourses, or performing meditation, I am able to strengthen my bond with God and deepen my faith. This type of personal devotion, or bhakti, allows me to feel peace during challenging times and live a life rooted in faith.
Growing up thousands of miles away from India, the Mandir has allowed me to stay connected to my Hindu roots and maintain my cultural identity. From a young age, I was introduced to the vibrant festivals, rituals, and traditions that the Mandir celebrates. These events have helped me understand the significance behind the rich history of India and give me a sense of pride in my culture. Today, the values I've learned at the Mandir are a vital part of who I am. They guide me to navigate life, stay connected to my heritage, and share it with the next generation. It is a vibrant thread that ties me to my cultural identity no matter where I am.
The Mandir is a space where